What's going on, guys? Milani Fitness here, and evidently I am not dead.
What?
Today we're going to be learning some staff on this beautiful rainy day. I'd just like to start off by saying thank you for all of your support on my previous two videos. Hopefully we can get to some real martial arts content now, and I hope you enjoy it. So today we're going to be going over a 10-strike staff form, and this form is essentially, over my 16 years of martial arts practice, I was taught quite a couple staff forms in the traditional Kobudo style, and they were quite lengthy, and I found that a lot of the practical things that you need, or a lot of the simple strikes that you need, are quite spread out. I felt it would be better to condense it into an easier to learn form, so that's what I'm going to be showing you here today. It's essentially every single strike that you can perform with a staff. It can be head height, can be slightly over head height. You can add your own footwork later if you'd like, but today we're going to be strictly focusing on the striking form. It's 10 strikes. I made it a nice even number so it's simple to understand. So my staff here that I'm using is a rattan staff. It's basically the best material that you can have a staff made out of. You can use a broom, you can use pretty much anything that's a nice long stick. As for defense with the staff, I'll be covering basic blocks in a separate video. But for this one, we're going to be strictly focusing on offense. So we're ready to begin. Put the staff behind your back like so. Stand with your feet nice together and parallel. You're ready to begin. You swing your staff out, grab it here. As you do so, you're going to step out into a nice wide horse stance. Not too wide because we don't want to be whacking our knees. So we're here, and when you're in your horse stance, for this form in particular, don't have your feet doing a duck, right? So don't have them completely outward. Have them somewhere in between. You'll notice I usually go parallel or somewhere in between. Basically whatever's comfortable for you, because we're not going to be focusing on the stance today. We're going to be focusing on the strikes inside of the form. So we're here with our feet together. We step out into our horse stance here with our hands in front, ready to begin. This is our ready stance to begin the form. The first strike you're going to be doing is you're going to be bringing the right side of the staff to your right shoulder. As you do so, you're going to aim for the head and you're going to exhale, like so. Okay, so we're here, we go, that's number one. Okay, number two, we're going to be swinging it over here. Okay, and the left side of the staff is going to go under our left armpit. So, like so, we have one and we have two. So together it would look like very basic. Pretty much the most basic strikes you can do with a staff. So we're here, we got 1, 2, now we're going to loop around the head. This movement is a little bit confusing for a lot of people, but you'll notice if you just focus on putting the staff over top of your head as you do this movement, it will just flow. Basically, so we have 1, we have 2, bring it over top of your head and let it fall. You'll notice when it naturally falls, it'll just want to come here, and that's what you want. So we have 1, 2, over the head, 3. And we come diagonally at the opponent's head, okay? So we have 1, 2, 3, okay? Together. Number 4 is going to be an uppercut. This one is quite simple. So all we do from here is we bring the front of the staff backward, and the back end uppercuts the opponent's chin right here. Okay, so that's number 4. Number 5 is quite simple. All we do is we bring the front of the staff here, under our left armpit again, and it's a diagonal strike to the head. So now we have 5 strikes. Let's review from the beginning. We're in our horse stance ready to begin. We have 1. I'll do it nice and slow for you. 1, 2, over the head, 3, uppercut, 4. And when you do the uppercut, it goes over your tricep like that. Don't hit your shoulder, that hurts. 1, 2, 3, 4 is an uppercut, and 5 is our diagonal strike downward to the head. Congratulations, you're halfway through. I know that's a lot of information, but that's why this form is nice, because if you drill it, you will have these movements ingrained in your memory, because the movements in this form just go one after another, after another, after another. So you know exactly where your connections for every kind of strike is once you practice this a ton. I'll show you a demonstration of the form from the side so you can see slowly where we are right now up to movement number 5. So we start here, step out, swing the staff. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now, the rest of the movements are a little bit easier, but you gotta focus. As we've gone through the form so far, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we have movement number 6. Movement number 6 is another uppercut, like we did before. Uppercut right here. It's going to go right over your left tricep, and you're going to hit your opponent right in the chin. That's number 6. Number 7 is the first strike we're going to do to the feet. Now you might think this is a really awkward position here, but this is why this form is important. It teaches you what you're able to do in every position while holding a staff. So we're here, we're going to strike down at the knee. We have movement number 5, number 6, 7. Now we're going to do the movement we did before, loop over the head, 8. Okay, and we're back here at the knee, and we're going to go 9. Now when we go 9, this is very important. 9 is very simple because it's literally number 1 again. So we're going to go here, that's number 9. But as we do number 9, we're going to alter our stance here into a side stance. Okay, we're here, alter the stance to a side stance. That's movement number 9. So slowly from the beginning, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And number 10 is going to be a stab to the head. Some Kobudo practitioners like to use the hand as kind of like a frame and go like that. Me personally, I prefer to go for a straight stab, like that. And that's movement number 10. From there, all you do is you can return to your horse stance like this and return back. Or if you're at movement number 10, you can just return back to your attention stance. And that is the whole form. I'll demonstrate it once slowly from the front and from the side. Then I'll demonstrate it at full speed, or rather how you should be practicing it, from the front and to the side. And of course, you know, if you want to be fancy or if you want to be super respectful before you begin your form, give a good bow while looking at your opponent, or you're here, give a good bow looking at your opponent. Now, I'm going to do it full speed, and there is something that you can add to make this form more traditional in nature, or if you want to get more of that traditional Kobudo spirit into it. So when I do my final movement, number 10, which is the stab, I'm going to do a small ki-up, as we say in Korea, or kiai, as you would say in karate or Japanese jiu-jitsu. It's important to remember to exhale on every single movement you do. It increases your strength and it increases your focus. Okay, and here we go. This is how you should be practicing it / full speed. And then give a nice bow. From the side, we've got give a nice bow. And that is the 10 strike staff striking form. Wow. Super easy to learn, teaches you pretty much every single strike you need to know with this style of staff. Now, I didn't go over Kung Fu styles of staff in this video. This is strictly kind of the two-handed Kobudo way to do it. Sometimes in Kobudo they do hold it further down the staff. I will do different tutorials for that. But when you hold the staff in the middle, it is more or less for closer quarters combat. Right, you'll kind of see the kind of distance that you can work with once you learn this style, and then once you learn a longer style. Even some of the Kung Fu styles, it's really interesting. They actually hold the staff like this, whereas traditionally you'd hold it like this, right? Because they sometimes they spin like this, and then they come across, boom, like that. So it's really interesting. If you practice this 10-strike form a lot, you'll notice you'll get the reflexes you need, and then you can actually just put your footwork on top of it, right? So if I go into a staff-type fighting stance here, I can do my footwork like so, and then I can use what I actually learned. I can go, and then I can take a step back. You see? So the form teaches you every strike you need to know. The footwork is up to you. I might do a separate footwork tutorial again, but this is just the striking. Thank you all for watching. Make sure you get off your couch, go do some martial arts, go do some kind of fitness, because fitness is important. Get that heart rate up, get some work done, and I will see you guys next time.